Hello everyone! So it's me again, Paul Galvez. And I have just decided na gumawa ulit ng bagong vlog. Yes, and ngayon is, ang pag-uusapan natin ay what's an update of what's happening in my life. So, ayun na nga. So, recently I just got sick. I had lower back pain. Let's start first with a very recent one. So, it's really funny kasi nga, before, nararanasan ko na siya, pero hindi siya ganun kalakas. Kumbaga parang tingling sensation lang siya. Unfortunately, after isang dinner ko with my friends, it started, the tingling sensation parang from 2 out of 10 became like 3 or 4, something like that. So it's like, you know it's there, but you're not really that alarmed. So I was like, okay. And then I slept after dinner, of course. And then when I woke up, to pee, it really shoot up. As in, when I stood up, it shoots up. Like, it's so painful that it's 8 out of 10. It's like if there's a certain movement that I would do, it would be 8. And then if I'll try to undo that thing, it would be like another 8, 8, 8, 8, something like that. So, and then to the point that it was really painful, as I would always say to my friends, as if pang FAMAS or Oscars ang acting ko. Gana. Parang So, yun. So, yun yung nangyari sa sa back ko nun. Anyhow, so kaya din naman ako nag-vlog is because I would just like to update everyone that not really update everyone. I think it's just for me. This is just a vlog. I think it's a personal thing wherein I just observed that I'm quite I do have this obsessive compulsive I won't say naman na I'm clinically diagnosed, but it's just na because of my sickness recently. I was feverish at that time, so I thought it was like COVID, all of those stuff, especially as a person who's trying to train my mind to counter the negative thought patterns that I have. So those are the things or thought patterns that bubbled up in my thoughts in this past few days, which is really it's a self-discovery again because first of all, I would like to thank my friend twin, si Tinkita, hello if you're watching, for trying to how do you call this, burst or sabihin na natin poke at some of the issues that are underlying my lower back pain. So yeah, if you do have any pain, especially yung mga biglaang sakit, sometimes aside from having medication, try talking it to a psychologist. It really helps because yun nga, from the recent event, I just realized na I do have this obsessive compulsive or obsession when it comes to like perfection. Like it was running in my head ever since na dapat no absences, no sick leaves, something like that. I have that thing, and then I have this feeling na wala naman akong ginagawa. I'm not doing anything. So it's another thing that the idea of being useless when you are sick really run through my thought patterns, which is really sad. Na I just realized that I have been dealing with it for quite some time now because it's one thing. And then of course I think one of the leading factors for this to manifest, like the lower back pain, is because of the idea of like homesickness. So of course I really would love to go home, even though I'm enjoying the, how do you call this, the environment here, the workplace. Yeah, even the workplace is okay, especially when I'm with my friends or my co-teachers. Somehow there's a part of me that would like to visit the Philippines, not go home, like live there again or something, but it's just like the replenishing or the recharge of one's self, or let's say yung pag-iisip niya o yung puso niya, or it fills up the heart of someone when he or she would go home to his or her hometown. But I know it's a case-to-case basis. Some people doesn't want to go there because of trauma and stuff. But for me, at the moment, I think one of the things that I'm trying to resolve is the idea of I can't go home still because of the pandemic. So those are the things that actually bubbled up when I was having the sickness. Actually not sickness. Sickness. Kaya nga sick leave, di ba? Yun. So those are the things that I would say na I was dealing with. Natin ko sarili. Ayan. So I was dealing with within the past few days. Yun. Tapos, and of course, because I was able to tell you about this, and I would be sharing it as well. So I've been trying to do some CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy, wherein the goal of the therapy is to, to somehow make someone feel better, not healed, or sabihin na nating alleviate one person from the effects of their thought patterns. It's just na it just gives us another, perspective of things. So for example, recently yun nga, it has been a big factor because in my head, I know everyone would feel this as well, that thoughts would go to emotion. Well, thoughts would lead to emotion, and emotion leads to action. So for example, recently, my thought is, oh no, may sakit ka na. May sakit ka, hindi ka naman nagkakasakit you're always going to the gym, you're always doing this healthy lifestyle, la. Thought. Feeling, so I feel sad, I feel na parang, I'm useless already. Ayun na, tapos yung actions na nun, or yung nag-manifest na sa, is possible, is part, is yung lower back pain, plus yung idea of, me being, sluggish, unmotivated, and all of those. So what I did is I tried, countering it with some of the techniques from the cognitive behavioral therapy, such as I think what I was thinking at the time was the one is catastrophizing. Is it tama ba? So search ko na lang kung tama ba yung word. Kasi yung I was thinking about the worst things that may happen to me. Kaya nga lumabas din sa thought patterns ko na I might have COVID, or I have something, all of those. So I tried to counter it with proofs, or sabi nga ng psychologist ko is, or ng counselor ko is, we need to have proof for us to believe. Right? I mean, because if we're going to just, hang on to our thought patterns, that would be a little bit dangerous, because, it really leads to a lot of wrong perception, or we tend to look at things in another perspective, ganyan. So, after nun, I went to the doctor, so, and then yun nga, sinabi lang niya is lower back pain. They checked my temperature, it was normal. So, yun nga, painkillers lang siya. So, yun yung mga nakita ko na parang possible na nangyari within my thoughts. So, after that, syempre, after, 30 years of, negative thought patterns, after the catastrophizing, then I somehow, remembered some of the past experiences wherein, I tend to magnify the negative experiences that I had. So this led into the how do you call this, the part wherein I had dengue when I was in the Philippines. So it's the same, I would say it's the same emotion and thought patterns that happen, because when I was in the Philippines, I had dengue, and then I thought I'm going to die, because before I was like confident dengue is like okay, but I've heard stories that adults who experienced dengue somehow died. So I was like, yung catastrophizing ulit, yung super yung neg of it. So yun, I spent 7 days in the hospital, and then I had my Christmas there, and then unfortunately, it was really, I was weak at that time. I saw my skin, how do you call this? Turning like an old person. I think it's a condition. Basta nakita ko na yung skin ko pag tumanda, because that happens when you have dengue. So, and then it's really it's when I think about it, it's a painful event or painful memory, but somehow yun nga, unfortunately we can't prevent it. I mean, nakagat talaga ako ng lamok di ba? Kumbaga it's something that we can't undo, but we can just learn from it. So after noon is I was recovering, but unfortunately, when I was discharged, I was still feeling weak. And then there's a lot of things happening at work at the time. Parang therapy din pala to ganito din kasi ginagawa ko. So yun, so at that time, and then yun na nga, it led me to resigning as well, because it was really a high pressure experience for me, of course, because of my health. And then my boss at the time just thought that I used my leaves just for me to have like a how do you call this, vacation, or like a December vacation thing. I was like, it was really sad, or maybe ako na lang nag-interpret nun, but knowing her, it's really sad na I was labeled na I was using my leaves just for me to just to go there. So yun na nga. So right now, kamot ako. So right now, I'm somehow okay, and I'm still feeling a little bit of anxious. I still feel anxious. It's there. I cannot fight it, as what the books that I've been reading, Defining You by Fiona Murden, that we cannot resist, or we cannot expel ba, or remove negative thought patterns in our no negative feelings in our mind. Kumbaga, what we can do is like fully engage, face it, and then try exploring it, because I think I can only speak on my behalf, is the fact na because it's negative, I know it's like a big vast of space wherein I cannot go out or something, I cannot navigate myself through it. But unfortunately, actually fortunate, but fortunately, it's like any positive experience or feeling. It has its highs, it has its starting point, highs and then lows, and then go back again to your baseline. So it's the same thing with negative experience. So for me, before, if I try to explore negative feelings or thought patterns, I tend to get overwhelmed or scared right away, because I feel na, ang tawag nito? I feel na it's never ending. I cannot find my way out. You get me? So when that happens, sweep it under the rag or something. Kumbaga, I just disassociate myself from the experience, and then leaving it untreated, or how do you call this, or not addressed. That leads to a lot of yun nga, it will sprout to a lot of future, or sabi na present, destructive or negative na lang din experiences that I do have. So yun nga, so wala lang, I just made this video because I just want to be, well, the key lesson here in my vlog is it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be weak. It's all part of it. It's part of the human experience of becoming weak and then strong and then going back to okay. Because I believe that once we tend to experience this, we would have empathy, or we would feel and somehow relate to people who has or who had this certain experience that we have. So I think I think it's the giveaway of this vlog na being vulnerable is okay. I think people would even love us. Sabihin ko kunyari na well, alam to mga friends ko, because before, I just wanna share to you a certain scenario. Before before the COVID, started, in forum, the how do you call this? The eatery nga ba ta? Pilipinas pala, eatery. The canteen or something, like the food court there is open until the outer part of the mall. So you can choose from the outside, like ventilated lang, or sa loob na air conditioned. So it's up to you. So what I did is I tried going out, and then I sat there, and then while I was waiting for the cleaner, the food was still there of the previous person, and then ang dami pa kasing siomai, ang dami. So what I did is I ate I ate some of it. Sabi ko, bakit? Ganyan. So yun, may ganun akong trip, yung kunya may tira, kinakain ko. Well, I for one nga, I think it's just I think my friends know this, because I'm a foodie and I really like eating, which I am trying to address. Hopefully, I could fix it or something. Or integrate na lang, yun. So, ako yung taga-ubos talaga. Dumating din si Sumidjo sa Philippines. Ako din taga-ubos ng ulam niya. So, I mean, it's kahit sino pa yan, I mean, it's something na I'm automatic that I do. So it's one thing that I need to somehow integrate myself. So yun na nga lang guys, so yun na nga lang. So yun lang, I hope I could do more videos like this wherein I could just, speak freely and no topics really. So more of insights lang siya. So yun lang naman. So I hope you like it and see you on my next video.